Okay.
So, welcome. What I want to do first is do a bit of an intro. So, we have the wonderful author, Peter McNeil, all the way from, are you Phoenix, Arizona?
No, actually, I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina.
North Carolina, there you go.
Mhm.
And just to let you know that Peter is actually an award-winning author. He won an award for his debut novel, A Duology of Postal. I hope I got that right. There we go. There it is. So look at that. So I've been so excited about this interview because I want to know all about how you got. Look at that award. Look at wow. Now we're talking,
This is
and that
high
was
quality here.
that looks amazing. So that was the International Impact Awards, wasn't it?
Yes, ma'am. Hmm.
Tell
Yep.
us about that.
Last year, in the summertime, I think it was like July. I guess I ran across where the International Impact Book Awards was looking for submissions for authors to submit their
Yeah.
book. And I said, you know what? Let me go ahead and just submit my book. I never did it before, so I said, I feel good about my work. So I submitted it, paid my little fee, and I just left it. All right. And they said they would notify the nominees towards the end of the year, which would have been last year. So December, it was early December, I got the email saying that I actually won for the urban fiction category.
Urban
So
fiction. Wow.
yeah, so I was very
Join me in
excited
congratulating Peter.
and happy about it. And then they had the award gala in Phoenix, Arizona, which was February 27th. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and it
And
was beautiful. A lot of the award winners they arrived, and it was just a beautiful, beautiful event of all the authors who won being recognized for their work. So it was incredible. It
I
felt
saw
like we
your
won the
video.
Oscars. Yeah.
I saw the video, guys. You check out Peter's Facebook.
Oh man.
Yeah, I saw the video of you
Yes. It just
receiving
felt,
your
it felt
award.
the energy was it was just infectious. It was beautiful chemistry. It was just it was top notch from beginning to end. They treat you like quote unquote royalty, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
And special. And it was just beautiful. It was just a beautiful event. Yeah.
oh, congratulations. That's amazing.
Thank
So
you.
I'm sure that everybody wants to know what your book is about. So
Okay.
tell us about your book and
All right, first,
what was the inspiration for your story as well?
all right. Do you pronounce your name Lisa or Lisa?
It's Lisa.
Lisa, okay.
Yeah.
So the two
Got the
eyes.
double
So I
I,
just want to
yeah.
make sure. Okay, cool. All right. The duology of postal.
Yeah.
I used to work in the post office many moons ago in New York City, from '92 to 2002. But what the book is about an undercover postal inspector that infiltrates a mail theft operation, and they expose the corrupt employee, which leads to dangerous consequences. All right, so think of the Best Man movie and the Usual Suspects getting together, and that's what you get because you get elements of romance, suspense, drama,
Thriller,
twists and turns,
action.
a roller coaster ride, action, and a hellified twist at the end. But you
Wow.
also you'll get to, I guess I peel the curtain back on what goes on at the post office on a day-to-day basis. You know what I'm saying? What postal employees actually go through once they clock in and once they clock out. What problems or issues they bring to the job,
Yeah.
how effective they do their job. And the one thing I say when I started writing that I did not want to bash the post office,
Oh
the
no,
postal
yeah, of
service
course.
at all. Because you hear enough about people going postal, you hear about the place being a toxic environment, so forth for someone. I wanted it to be an honest take on the postal environment, but I also wasn't going to commercialize it, okay? Because every enterprise or business, they got things they got to work on, okay?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's true.
I try to keep it honest from the good to the not so good. Okay, and that's where and that's why I created an ensemble cast of characters to tell my story through their vantage points.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
And the fact that you worked there for such a long period of time, and that was your, I guess in my mind, I'm imagining you while you were working, dreaming about writing this book and thinking about, oh yeah, I could write about this or write about that. Did you think of that while you were working there? Did you start writing the book then, or how did it come about?
Can I tell you about the seeds on
Yeah,
how everything took place? All right. In 1992, when I was out of a job, looking for a job, this is in New York City, my cousin's friend told me that the post office was hiring
yeah,
for Christmas help, temporary Christmas help.
okay,
So I applied, and it was a boatload. It was like hundreds and hundreds of applicants, me included. And eventually I got hired. A boatload of us got hired because we didn't know at the time that a lot of the veteran employees were taking a early out package. They was offered an early out package, and a boatload of postal employees who had the time accepted that package. So they knew that, okay, these veterans was going to take this package. We need to fill the void in, all right, with a lot of new postal employees. We was going to go in as holiday help, but after
yeah,
the holiday was over with, they was going to keep a lot of us to fill in positions.
yeah,
Okay, we I guess after the holidays, that they explained it to us. We're going to keep y'all to be transitional employees, temporary employees for the next couple of years. All
okay,
right, and during them 2 years, and they're going to have you're going to have to take the test in order to become a career employee. That's how I became a career employee,
okay,
going through that route. Now, the first year when I was a temporary employee, I worked from midnight to 8 o'clock. Again, like I told you, a lot of boatload, a lot of characters, a lot of people that got employed. This cute girl that a lot of people liked that had their eyes on,
she
right?
was she was cute, right?
She was cute, nice, cute, small, just cute,
Okay,
quiet and everything. And she had her little crew. Long story short, over I guess a 6 to 8 month period, or I could say towards the end of the first year, we didn't see them anymore,
oh,
or we didn't see her nor the guys she hung out with. We come to find out they were stealing credit cards.
oh,
On the floor they was working on, they was I guess in charge of the letters, the envelopes that had credit cards. So a lot of people, the supervisors informed us that's what happened. That's what took place. So there was a mail theft ring. So that was one seed that stuck in my mind in '93.
yeah,
Okay, and it just stayed there. All right. Now this is a person that didn't have no ambition in life. Okay, but I retained a lot of stuff over the
yeah,
course of the years. So I took my test, I passed, I became an actual career employee, letter carrier, went to another um, post office, postal station. The first one was Morgan Processing Station. The second one was Cooper Station. That was going to be my permanent active duty station. That's the Lower East Side, Manhattan.
okay.
So when I was delivering mail, I think it was, I don't think I know, in New York, the snow was crazy. The mail was even heavier and crazy. All right. One of our coworkers got sick. Okay. All she could do was pace up the mail, tie it down, relay all her mail out, and she would go home. We will have to, go out after we finish our route.
Yeah.
We go to her route, her street, and deliver her mail after the fact. So that means some long hours.
Wow.
So it's not uncommon, especially during the holiday season. Even now, the holiday season, we're going to be out there for a while. All right. So when we deliver the mail, I remember going to her last residence. And as I was going to the door, a gentleman was coming to the door as well. And I said, "Oh, you live here?" He looked at me and he said, "Yeah, I live here." I said, "Oh, okay, I do." Before I could even say anything else, he looked at me and he looked at my crew because it was like this good 6 or 7 of us.
Yeah.
Had to go deliver the mail, get that mail out so we could go home. He said, am I going to continue getting my mail at this time of night? And it caught me by surprise. He snatched the mail and went inside.
Oh.
I was like, whoa.
Well, he took the whole.
No, he took his mail.
Oh, his mail, yeah.
Well,
Okay.
he was the last one on my route, on the route.
Right, okay.
He was the last destination. And then after that, we would go back to our station. So I told, my friends, they were just like, man, forget about it. Let's just go back to the station so we could clock out and go home. So that stayed with me. The very next day, I thought about that. And I said, you know what? Somebody could make a movie of this.
Yeah, out of this.
That was in 97.
Okay.
That was in 1997. I started putting pen to paper. I started writing. All right. And slowly but surely, and it wasn't really slowly, all the ideas started coming on how I was going to create this novel. All right. And like I told you earlier, I'm going to be honest with this, like how I'm going to tell this story about the life of a postal employee, the inner workings of the post office, how I'm going to do that, what storylines I'm going to implement. And they just started coming.
Wow.
Like I said, it's like I got like 6 or 7 main characters that I'm
in the
book. All right. Started with Freeman Souls, who he has an addiction to alcohol. Okay. So he solves his problems by going to the bottom. All right. And he got cold feet about getting married to his fiance.
Oh.
But he's interested in one of his co-workers named Valor. So he's strongly going that route to kind of, but the thing about it, Valor is kind of like really reeling him in, okay?
Yeah.
For her own insidious affairs, because Valor, remember the storyline about the credit cards?
Yeah.
I said, this character here, Valor Patterns, is going to be the one that's stealing credit cards. This is not no surprise. When people start reading the book, that's what people are going to read in the first chapter.
Yeah.
Okay? So right out the gate, who is she, what she's about. And not only is she doing that, she's part of a bigger conspiracy, a bigger ring, bigger theft ring.
Oh.
Okay, all right, which includes her brother, but that's somewhere down, in the middle of this book. Freeman doesn't know all this. Okay, he's just infatuated by her. She's beautiful, she looks good, this and that. So I wanted to implement that in the book because of what we experienced, when I first started the post office, and because it's still relevant today. Okay, I think it was either yesterday or today. I've seen or read that a postal worker got arrested because he stole mail. Okay, he just stole mail, and now he's going to jail. I wrote about this in '97, and it's still happening. It's still happening. People think they could just get away with this nonsense, but somewhere down the line, it's going to catch up to you. So that was the story I implemented, and and given it to Valor. Her name is Valor Patterns. Now, fatherhood. Okay, I know a lot of great fathers out there. Regardless if they with the baby's mamas or not, that's taking care of their children. Because of who? Why? Because of one of my friends that I met in the post office.
Yeah.
His situation where even though him and his mother, even his baby mother wasn't together, he's always poured into his child,
Yeah.
his child,
They
his daughter.
co-parent together, and yeah.
Yes, they had great co-parenting relationship. And when I went to, he invited me to his child's birthday. Me and my young child at the time went, and I remember the baby's mama, well, the mother of his child, told me, he said, he is a great, great father to our child. I mean, she just stated to me, didn't know
Oh,
me from Adam. So I
yeah.
said, I want to, tell the story about, a good father, a father
Good father, yeah. So you
who's
weave
in
that
their
into the
children's
story.
lives. Yes, yes. So that was that storyline. And then you have uh, a letter carrier who wants to be, who's on the verge of becoming a supervisor. Well, he walks around with a chip on his shoulder.
Uh-huh.
All right, because he's very arrogant and think he knows it all. His name is Lexington Vanguard. So right out the gate, he's coming. He's transitioning to with the wrong mindset. Okay, which could turn a lot of employees off, which happens a lot again, and not just in the post office. A lot of these stories are relevant wherever you go.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
it doesn't
It's
matter
like
if it's in the
that's
post
like
office.
a
Yeah.
whole community story that you're telling there.
Thank you, exactly. So we got him, and then we have newly a newly acquired assistant manager, Denise Tucker, who's trying to find her identity as an assistant manager because her mentor, even though she was mentored by the manager of the station, his name was Michael Davenport. There's some things she see that she wouldn't implement from him because she want to find her own identity.
Yeah,
Okay, but some of her employees are already testing her. Okay, to the point that she did something that she wasn't supposed to do. All right, I just leave that out there.
yeah.
Okay,
Leave that. Don't spoil it.
yes. And then we got Lou Rodriguez. Okay, with Lou Rodriguez storyline, I want him to represent the people who have dreams and goals beyond wherever they work at.
Yeah.
Okay, there's plenty of people that work with the post in the postal service or work, as
Or
a
anywhere
bus
else.
driver anywhere else
Yeah.
that have dreams but don't
They don't do anything
follow
to
them.
follow
They don't
them.
do
Yeah.
anything. They just dream. Okay, Lou
Have you got any
Rodriguez.
dreamers out there? Any dreamers out there? Come on.
Okay, Lou Rodriguez is hell bent on becoming a hip hop artist, no matter which route he goes. Okay, and he's following trends instead of being himself. All right, he has a dream and a goal, but is he going the right way about doing it? You know what I'm saying? Is he following the bandwagon? Okay, instead of being true to himself.
Yeah.
Okay, and last but not least, I had to bring somebody into the postal who's coming in as a newly hired employee, just to see how it is when she's smacked with the reality of working a blue collar environment because she comes from a privileged background.
Okay.
Okay, well-to-do parents. She graduated from college with a culinary background, but she's not pursuing it. She she applied for jobs left and right, and either quit or got fired from jobs. And her parents said, "You got to stop this, okay?" And they told her about the post office, and she's now she's a postal employee, a letter carrier. And is she going to lose that job, okay, because of her cavalier attitude towards life? Is she going to just let that degree go to waste? Okay, and then she finds love, romance. So all these storylines intermingle together, weave in and out. Again, a lot of twists and turns, a lot of whodunits that leads towards a climactic ending.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Quick one. Have you moved that mic away just because there's an echo? You moved that little mic out the way, did you?
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, I closed it up.
Okay, that's cool. So
Yeah.
that sounds amazing. So
Mhm.
guys, check out. Have you got TikTok shop or not?
Yes, yes.
Oh, you got your book on your TikTok shop.
Yes, it's on.
Perfect.
Yeah,
So
at
everyone,
author Peter McNeil.
check out Peter's TikTok shop. His book is there. Can I ask you a question? Because it says duology. Is the book a duology? Is it a book with two books in there, or how does that work?
Thank you for asking, because I want to share a backstory about that. All right, when I decided to self-publish my book, all right, I said, you know what, I'm just gonna do this on my own. I'm gonna self-publish. So I created the hardcover version
That's
first.
lovely.
All right. Now
Nice.
this
Yeah.
is different from this. All right. This is my first original book. Okay. So when me and my see, it don't say duology, it don't say reboot or any of that.
Okay.
So when me and my wife was going out to as vendors selling the book, we would get a lot of people buying it, but we also get that community that thought it was too big. They said, "Oh my God, that's a Bible size." You know
That's a
what I'm saying?
big book.
So I said, "You know what?" I told my wife, "We gonna go ahead and split it, okay?"
Yep.
And when we split it, I'm glad we did because that's when I created Postal Reboot.
Okay.
That's
Postal reboot.
part
Yep.
that's part one,
That's part
and
one.
Postal Part Two, Redemption.
Nice.
Part one and part two.
Part two, and then you
And
put them
so
together.
yes, yeah. So I got them separated. So I have options for people that just want to just buy the first part first
Yep.
and come back, or for people that want to buy the whole thing.
Together.
Yeah, then they
That's
could
really
get the
good.
wallet to the poster. Yes, and I also got it available for the Kindle. If people go to my Amazon account, you can find the books as well as the Kindle version as well.
You mean your TikTok? I think you need to say TikTok on here.
And TikTok. I don't have it. I have it for the ebooks are on Amazon, but the physical books are on Amazon as well as TikTok Shop.
TikTok
Okay,
shop. Okay.
the TikTok Shop, yes, which is author Peter McNeil. That's my TikTok handle, author Peter McNeil. And yeah,
Awesome.
hmm
That's
yeah.
awesome. So how did it feel when you won your award? Were you expecting it?
Honestly, I didn't know what to expect because I forgot about it. You know, the reason being because at this point now, when I say we, my wife included,
Yeah.
we've been, shopping the book around for a while. And while we was doing that, I was creating a follow-up book to Postal, to the Postal series, which was called Urge. Okay, Urge, Urge, and
Okay.
it was based off of one character alone. My goal was to like branch out with little smaller books from each of the characters. All right,
Oh, that's good.
and go deeper with some of the characters, all right, the other characters. And I did that with James Richard. Um, and I don't want to give too much away, but he's battling an addiction, all right. So I started writing that as the
Interesting
second
storyline.
novel. The pandemic came now. I was just doing that while we were selling books, but at some point, 2017, I decided to write. We did a short film in 2016. It streamed 2017, and but at that time I was writing out a miniseries screenplay
Ooh.
of of this book. Okay, which I finished it like around 2019, 2020, and we were going to film the first episode. Early 2020.
Okay.
But at that time, the pandemic shut everything
Yeah, it
down.
changed everything, didn't it?
Yeah, it shut the whole world down, and it made me realize that I was going the wrong route with what I was doing because I didn't have the financial means for the rest of the series. We was going to do one episode, but I didn't have the money to back up the
Yeah.
other episodes. So that kind of had me, in a funk. But then because we had everybody on standby, but like I said, the pandemic shut it all down. And I spoke to my wife, and I spoke to our casting director, and she told me, "Yeah, I told you should have done that from the beginning. What you need to do is write a screenplay, a full feature screenplay. Maybe you should go that route." So I kind of brushed her off. I went to work
Yep.
because my job didn't shut down. But then when I came home, I asked my wife, I said, "What should I do?" She said, "Pray on it." So I went to bed, prayed on it. The next morning, I go live. God said, "You're going to convert Earth from a novel to a feature film."
Ooh.
And I told my wife what God said to me, and she said, "Let's do this." So I went ahead and wrote a screenplay. I converted it from the book that I was writing and completed it as a screenplay.
Wow.
Now, the addiction is a porn addiction, all right?
Oh.
And that's a story. That's my personal story, which is like a personal testimony
That you're
of
sharing. Yeah.
that I'm sharing that I overcame.
Wow.
So this is my testimony to the world, or for those who are going through an addiction, specifically that addiction. Okay,
And how to
we got the
overcome it.
alcohol. And side note, I thought about giving that to Freeman instead of the alcohol addiction way back, but I think God said no. This is going to be standalone. You're not going to put that on Freeman, the character.
Wow.
Because this is going to be bigger than this whole poster series.
Wow.
Because this is my personal story. So I gave it to James. All right. So I gave it to her. She read it, and we talked about it. But she had, she had her concerns about us putting our business out there. And I said, well, this is not just for me. This is for those who are going through something, especially an addiction.
Yeah.
And
It can
you
help
want to
others.
go about it.
Stories are powerful, and your story can help other people that are struggling.
Yes. So she said, "You know what? I got your back. Let's do this." So I reached out to the casting director. She loved it. I cinematographer. He loved it. And then we started preparation for 2021, and we actually shot the film here in Charlotte in a 10-day shoot, and we screened it later, the latter part of 2021, and now it's on streaming platforms, Amazon and Tubi.
Oh, sorry. On TikTok, we're not allowed to say other platforms. Just quickly,
I am sorry.
Yeah, no, just letting you know, because what happens is we get a restriction. So
my bad. I don't have too many lives.
You can say it's streaming on other places. Just say that. That's fine. But you can't say the name of the place.
This is my first international interview.
I know. Do you know? I tell you what happens when we get a restriction. What that means is TikTok won't push this interview out to many people. So, but we'll get the recording anyway, so don't worry. But yeah, just so you know, TikTok doesn't like us to talk about other platforms. But carry on. So you've done this movie. Well done. That's amazing.
Yes, and then we did a documentary right after it, all right, called Driving Towards Change, which is about a businessman, the first businessman from this country in the United States in 62 years to get a license to sell vehicles to the country of Cuba. That is a historical documentary that we in the process of getting on a streaming platform as of now. So we're kind of happy about that. And as we speak,
to sell vehicles.
Yes.
Cars.
From this country to Cuba. Yeah. Because I don't know if you know the history of Cuba.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. I do know some of it. Yeah. I watched a I watched a documentary some years ago. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. We were prohibited to sell cars there because of the whole situation that happened in the early 60s. So we did that. And now we're in the middle of another documentary. But I always said to my wife, I got to get back around the poster because I'm not through with the storyline. So as we speak, we're shopping the pitch deck around for it to become a miniseries. Okay,
Wow.
so that's
Nice.
where we at with that.
And are you currently writing another postal book or not yet?
Now that I'm through with the postal
Series,
storyline. Yeah, I'm
storyline,
through with
okay.
the postal. Yeah, I'm moving on. I got too many other stories. I said all I could say about the
That's good.
postal
You've done that one. That's
world.
good. And
Yes,
what are you writing now? What are you working on now?
I'm really shopping the pitch deck of postal to become a miniseries
As in a movie, as in a film series. Sorry,
as a
as in
series.
yeah, okay, on the screen basically.
Yes,
So
yes,
you're
like
not writing more books now. No more books.
not right now, right? Not right now. And actually, I want to get back to finishing Urge as a book, but
As a
I can't
book.
even do that because, like, I'm me and my wife be doing another documentary, and like I said, we're shopping postal around as a miniseries. So
That's really interesting.
I'll keep you posted with that.
You keep me posted.
Yeah, I will keep you posted with that.
Keep
Yes.
me posted. Yeah, that's a good
Mm,
one. But very quickly, how long did it take you to write your book?
whew.
So you started in 1997,
I
and then
started in '97, and it started off as a screenplay because I'm a big Spike Lee fan, John
yeah,
Singleton, all the big time directors I grew up with. Robert Townsend, Mario Van Peebles, his father, Melvin Van Peebles, but specifically Spike Lee
I
because
see.
we're
Yeah.
from Brooklyn. We're from Brooklyn, New York. That and when I went to see More Better Blues, when I
Oh, with
left,
Denzel Washington. Denzel.
yes,
I love
yes,
Denzel.
yes, same here.
Yeah.
When I went to see More Better Blues, when I left that theater, God said you could do the same thing.
Come
So
on.
in '97, I started writing at the screenplay first in '97. And at the time, we would start, our family was growing. Our babies were little. So whenever I found the time to write, I would write in the morning after I finished my mail delivery when I get home. So it was a process. And when I finished, in probably like 2003, 2004, when I told my brother what I did,
Oh, sorry, my
yeah,
phone tried to do a software update.
that's why, when I told my brother, Kevin, God bless him,
Yep.
what I did, he said, "Oh, I know an editor." So I sent my
I'm still here. Sorry.
yeah. So
I
I
have to
sent
stop my phone from doing this update.
it's all good. So I sent my 600-page screenplay to the editor in California. It took us some time to go through it. Probably a few months later, she reached out to me and said she loved it, but she said as a screenplay, it's not going to fly because it needs to be a certain amount of pages, like 120 pages. She said what you can do is flip it into a book if you
Yeah.
want to keep all the content that's in the screenplay. So out from 2004 to 2009, it took me a while to get it completed. Why? Because me and my wife, we moved from New York to Charlotte, North Carolina. We had our little babies who were growing. I had all these bullcrap jobs, and I was battling an addiction. All right.
Okay.
So all of that, I was,
No.
I had to find the time to, write to finish. So it took me it took me, if I started in '97, like 12, 13 years to finish it.
Yeah, to finish because you're juggling life as well.
Yes, juggling life, big
Yeah,
time.
juggling life. You got,
Juggling
dealing
life.
with issues and challenges. But well
Yes.
done you. Well done you because it's an achievement.
And that's when you ask me, how did it feel to
Uh,
get this? That's what it took me back to everything I went through.
everything you
Okay.
went through, yeah.
Yes. It's not when you start, it's how you finish.
It's how
Okay.
you finish, yep.
And when I mean finish, this is just step one. So, there's a
Yeah.
milestone. So it just took me back to the culmination of everything I had to go through in order to get this story out and about. And I'm so glad I did not. I'm so glad I didn't quit on myself.
Yeah, no, that's
So
half
glad.
of the challenge, isn't it?
It really is.
It really
It
is.
really is.
Yeah,
Yes.
but praise God that you did it. You know, you
Thank you.
talk about your faith in there as well, which again is an awesome testimony to say that you know what you know you prayed about it, you felt you were following God's leading and how you should what you should do next and the steps you should take to move
Yes.
forward.
Hmm.
So that's an amazing testimony in itself. And
Thank
can
you.
I ask you about the filmmaking and so on? Is that your speciality? Is that your experience and skill there in that area in making productions?
You know, filmmaking was my first love to begin with.
Wow.
But when the editor from California suggested I flip the screenplay to a manuscript,
Yeah,
to a book, I fell in love with that as well. And what I love is the component of writing. Okay,
I love
they're
it.
two different they are two different entities writing the screenplay as to a
Oh,
book. I love the book format because you can really dive in deeper with the characters and the backdrop and everything else. A screenplay is something totally different. So the process, it was my okay when we did the short film, which was like 44 minutes long of the visual concept of Postal. That was my first time really directing. So I got a little taste of that back in 2017. When we did the actual full feature film of Urge, that's when I had the full, camera crew. Now, all of this, again, I got to thank my wife because I said, in order for us to do this, it has to be quality. I understand people say they could do it on their phones or do
yeah.
this, do that. I said, I'm not gonna come out the box like that. You know what I'm saying?
No.
I'm too old for that. You know what I'm saying? So I asked my wife, can we refinance our home in order to get the seed money to finance this project? And she was on board with that, you know. So we financed our home
Ooh,
in order to give this project the quality service that it needed, and
that's
it showed.
that's quite risky though. But
Yeah.
did
Hey,
you
but
make?
you
I
know
hope you
what?
made the return.
You know what? It's still coming. We didn't
That's
know
good.
you full back, but it's still
That's
coming.
good.
Okay, because I still get the revenue from the streaming platforms. Okay,
Oh,
all right.
that's good.
I can't say the names, but I
No,
get
no,
the
no, no.
streaming. I get.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
I'm learning. Okay, I'm a fast learner. So yeah, I love it. I cannot wait to do it again. Okay, I cannot wait to film
Awesome.
again. I cannot wait. I
It's
love it.
that. It sounds like that's your passion.
It is. It
It's a
is.
big passion, and
Between the
it's
two,
great.
because I love the books as well. I love both.
Yeah, both.
But
Yeah, I think
if I had to pick,
they can go hand in hand, right?
yeah, it can go hand in hand because the natural progression is from a book to become a movie.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I think so.
yeah, same exactly. But filmmaking is my true love.
True love.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
well, that's
yeah.
amazing that you've actually, achieved that as well. So not only have you written the book, you've actually made one of your stories into a movie.
Hmm.
So that's an awesome achievement as well.
Yes. Can
Now,
I say can I
yeah,
say
go on.
one more thing? All right. And this is going back to the poster project. I wanted to go in again, like I said earlier. I wanted to paint a more realistic version of the postal environment. Okay, and right out the gate, when people read the first chapter, the manager is going to talk about how you got certain postal letter carriers who are new to the post office, feel that they can't hack it, and they trash the mail.
Oh
Okay,
no.
yeah, and that goes on now, and that's what the manager in this book in Midway Postal Station, he has a service talk about that going on. All right, you have that. You do have your toxic managers, you do have all these things, okay? But you also have a community that love to work with each other. I remember we used to, we had our postal softball league. We would go ahead, we would play against other postal stations, all right? Sometimes I would leave, not sometimes, all the time, I would take a lot of my people from my post office and combine it with one of my friends from another postal station. I mean, we'll go out, Lord, um, whitewater rafting
Oh, right.
or
Okay.
paintballing. Okay, we did that on several years, quite a few years before I moved. All right, so we know a lot of postal stations got a great community of people that work well together. You know
Oh,
what I'm
that's
saying?
nice.
And I don't. You will read about it through the book. Okay, you will get that sense of community.
Yeah.
Okay, in spite of all the irregular stuff.
Yeah.
Because I always say, don't judge the multiple by the few. Don't
Mm.
judge the few bad apples to the hardworking
Yeah.
postal employees that all they do is want to do their job effectively and go home
Yeah.
and hopefully stay long enough to retire and have a great retirement, like a lot of my friends are doing
Yeah.
as we speak. So when a lot of my coworkers or people who worked in the post office read it, they loved it because I kept it real, good and bad
Oh.
and indifferent.
That's nice that your colleagues and co-workers read your book as well, though, isn't it?
They supported me from day one.
Oh,
From day
that's
one,
brilliant.
when I got the award, they was there when I first started writing on the locker.
Oh,
When I was writing on the lockers, when I was writing on the number 2
yeah.
train or the number 5 train going back to the Bronx,
Yeah.
97.
Wow.
Yeah, man, yeah.
Brilliant.
I can feel a sense of like I did that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if it's in your heart, whoever's listening, whoever got a dream, you
Go
know,
for it.
go for it because
You have to.
God placed something in all of us, a
Yep.
calling, a purpose.
100%.
Yes. And
100%.
if you just listen to him, especially at night, when your phone is off, when there's
Yep.
nothing else distracting you from the word of God, God will tell you what you need to do.
Yep.
Okay?
100%.
Yeah.
100% agree with you there because you can
Yeah.
see my books behind there.
Yes. And congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Yes. Yeah.
These are the same. These are very much a lot of prayer time, alone
Yeah.
time, a lot of feeling what I'm hearing that
Yeah.
actually I put into my story.
Yes.
And the
Yeah.
thing is, it was a dream really from childhood. So I think to myself, do you know what? I agree with you. The same exact message I would say is, we're not here on this earth just to pay bills and die.
Thank
We
you.
are we're
Thank
here
you.
to achieve our calling, whatever that
Mhm.
purpose is that we have been created for to
Yeah.
walk out. I absolutely believe that. And I think, you know what, if you go in with that mindset and think another key thing is that you can't achieve something that you don't believe you can achieve. You need to believe it to
You have to
achieve it.
believe it. Yes.
And just stepping out in faith, go, do you know what's the worst that can happen? Give it a
Exactly.
try. If you've
And you
got a
try, yes.
whatever that dream is,
But if you don't start, you will never know.
Yeah,
You will
I
never
agree.
know. And I was not going to live with that regret of not,
Ever know, yeah,
finalizing some things or accomplishing certain goals. And I want to give credit, of course, always to God.
of course,
I give credit to when I prayed for my lady in '97.
yeah.
The year I started writing professionally is the year I met my wife, and
Oh, that's lovely.
I did not know how much of an impact she was going to have on my professional side because she's an English major. She graduated as an English major,
Oh,
so it was natural. She became my editor. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And yeah, and right now as we speak, there's another reason why we got so much we got going on right now. We're filming clips for her curriculum, okay, for her educational
Oh,
curriculum.
wow.
Yes, in English, okay, for the from K1 to K2, okay, for the beginners that's struggling in reading. Okay, so we've been working on that since late last year. We've been working on so much. I'm like, how in the world we do it, but we find time to do it. Yeah,
Yeah,
because it
that's
needs to get
amazing.
done, and that's her calling, and I
Yeah.
I, I back her 1,000% because I'm filming her. I believe in her like she always believed in me, and you
Oh,
need that community, whether it's one or five or 10.
yeah.
Even if you just get one, and I just thank God for her for that energy.
Oh, that's amazing. That is lovely. And that is the thing. You're supporting one another. She's
Yeah.
got her calling, you've got your calling, but you're united and you support one another with it. Her with her calling and you with yours. And I really believe that about that. Actually, all of us, every single person,
Hmm.
whether you believe in God or you don't believe in God,
Yes.
one thing I will say to anybody is that actually we all have gifts. We've all been given gifts, and we've
Yeah.
all got something special in us. We just need to
Yes.
find it. And sometimes I think the sad thing is I think a lot of people don't find it,
Hmm.
and it's we're not here for that long, so
Exactly. Yeah.
years go by, so it's like just go for it and do it, and you're living your dreams, and there's more to come.
Hmm.
Like
It
i'm
really
writing
is.
i'm writing 2 books at the moment. You're
Oh yeah.
working on your next, whatever your next film is going to be, etc.
Mhm.
Supporting your wife on her projects,
Yes.
and it's all amazing stuff. What's next?
Mhm.
And it's an exciting adventure, isn't it?
Let me tell you something. I'll be 60 in August. Okay.
No way. I don't
I know
believe
I don't
you.
look it. Yeah, I get that all the time. I still feel excited about my projects as
Yeah.
if it was 97.
Yep.
I still feel like I got a lot more to do. I
More to
feel
do.
so
Yeah.
excited. Yes.
Why
And I
not?
look forward to the next projects. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
You have to. You
yeah.
absolutely have to. And
Mhm.
the fact that you've achieved what you've achieved so far, and
Mhm.
you have got more things in the pipeline. I think it's very exciting doing all of this filming and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Because you're juggling. I don't know if you do a day job as well, or this is your main thing that you do. Do you do a day job as well?
Yes, I work at a steel company here in Charlotte, North Carolina, a steel company.
Oh wow,
But
so
what,
you are really busy as well then.
but what I love about the job I work at now,
Yeah.
I have this funky schedule. Okay.
Oh.
No, no, I love it because as of right now, I'm on my last day of my 7 day stretch of being off. So every month we have, especially if we work in four man crews, we have a month where we off a 7 day stretch and still get paid for it. So when that 7 day stretch comes, we're working. I'm working on something. Okay. So pretty much we work like a half a month at our job.
Yeah, but
Okay.
do you do
Because
long hours? Do you do long hours?
yes, we do 12 hours. Yeah. We do
Oh,
12
okay,
hours
that's
a
why.
day.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm a crane operator. I don't do a lot
Oh,
of physical, but it is taxing on the body,
yeah. But it's hard
working the
work. But
machine for 12 hours. But when them 7 day stretches come, I can get my rest, and then after that, work on what I need to work on.
yeah.
And I've been at this job combined like a little over 10, 11 years.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but me and my wife can't wait. And my wife still teaches. She's a teacher.
Yeah.
So we look forward to God lifting us out of those, present jobs.
Out of the day job and into the calling.
Yes, into the
You want,
calling.
basically you want your. I say this. I say you want your side hustle to become your main hustle. Come
Thank
on.
you. Yes. And it's
Yeah.
going to. We know it's
It's
going to
going
happen.
to. Yeah. Amen.
Yes.
Amen to that.
Yes.
Same here.
And, th-
Yeah.
and
Pray
thank
for
you.
me as
And thank
well.
you. And thank you. Yes, exactly for you as well. And
Yeah.
thank you for wanting to interview me. Thank you for
Yeah.
reaching out. I appreciate this. You
Oh
know.
no, that's fine because you know what? I saw your Facebook. I think
Yeah.
it was a post and I commented on it, and then I saw you going to get your awards, and I thought, "Do you know what? I want to interview Peter. I want to know his story, and it's been
Yeah.
really interesting to hear all about your how you came to write this postal story, winning your award, and then the detail around the characters and all of that. So it's so what do you call it? Full of vibrancy, all these different characters. You've woven a lot of different things into the story. Very exciting. It sounds great. And I wanted to know the backstory. Everyone's got a backstory, right? You know, some people are like, oh, since they were a child, they wanted to write like me, and I was going to libraries, or actually they never even thought about writing, and then one day they had an idea, and they were just like, oh wow, I'm going to do this, and then they did it. And yours is kind of like that, isn't it?
Can I go back further? How
Go
much
on.
time we got?
You got 6 minutes. Come on, go for it.
Okay, I was born in Coney Island section of New York, Brooklyn, New York. My mother gave me up for adoption in 1972.
Wow.
All right. So I went from Coney Island to the East New York part of Brooklyn. And my foster guardian, when I went into her home and got settled in, the TV became my best friend.
Oh.
And watching shows like The Twilight Zone,
Oh yeah. So like,
Invasion of the Body Snatchers,
I remember those.
um, oh my God, it's so many I can't even name. Batman, Coolie High. Those were the seeds that really planted in my head and got me excited. Okay, watching these either films, I love horror and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So fast forward to when I graduated out of high school. I just breezed through high school. I didn't have any ambition. I wound up going to the military. And that's when I started writing my girlfriend at the time. And that's when I started falling in love with writing.
Yeah.
In early 85. I fell in love with writing and I fell in love with reading, starting with Stephen King, because I'm a
Stephen
big
King. Yeah.
Stephen King fan. And that's where it all started, really.
So,
Yes.
that's amazing. That is
Yeah.
amazing, isn't it? When
Yeah.
you look back, now you can join the dots, you know?
Hmm.
How you can join those dots. I was at yesterday I was doing an exhibit, and I sold a good number of books. It was like a charity thing, right?
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. And a couple of people came and asked me about how did you become an author, etc. So I was sharing my story, and there's this love of books from when I was a child.
Hmm.
I loved reading. I was always in the library, six,
Hmm.
7, 8, 9, 10, and I read all sorts of, books. Enid Blyton, and I read Beatrix Potter. I read, Chronicles of Narnia. I loved The
Okay.
Lion. See all of these books, right? The
Yes.
Hobbit,
Uh,
and I loved English, and I always had a little gift with words, and I would write these stories, and I would always get an A. I remember like 10, 11, and my English teacher was so encouraging, and I just
mm,
loved writing because I'd write the essays, and she'd give me an A. I get good grades, and I was like, yeah. And then my family,
mhm,
my dad actually instigated that we sell everything. We were
mhm.
born here in the UK, and everything, sell everything, and we go to West Africa. So we went to
Mm,
West Africa. We lived there for 4 years. But there's a story behind that. There was a decline, and things got quite bad there. And we ended up like coming back. So sharing this story, we ended up going through all these things, tough, really, really
mm,
tough times beyond
mm.
what is in the Western world, if you know what I mean. And we got
Yes.
out of there just before the Sierra Leonean Civil War, right? So we came
Hmm.
back, but my dad didn't want to come back. He stayed. So we came back, and then this whole um loads of things happen, not great things, and this and that. And then I look at that story, and when I remember when I was in West Africa, one thing my brother would do was go to the library. So I couldn't really go out that much, but he
Mm,
would bring these books back, and I would read all these books. Different books, could be anything, like thriller, family drama,
mhm,
spy books,
mhm,
all sorts. I remember Robert Ludlum reading these spy books as well, family dramas, all sorts, fancy anything. And
mhm.
that those books help to get through difficult times.
Mm.
You see what I mean? So there's always
Yeah.
this, and I realize how powerful words are.
Yes, they
Anyway,
are.
we know that,
Yes, they are.
as believers that we are, we know the words of that we speak, and the words that we read and think about are really powerful. So
Yes.
for me, I always think, even that I write these fantasy fiction books, right? There's a
Mm-hmm.
message in there as well. But
Yes.
with these stories, I always
Mm-hmm.
think that, you know what, someone can read about the character Ariana, they can read her journey, and
Mm-hmm.
they can connect to it, and it can help them. Just like those books
Yes.
helped me in when I was in Africa to get through things. I feel like these books, these stories that we write, they can connect with the reader, and the reader can see that character is going through tough times. She's scared, but you know what? She gets resilient. She
Mhm.
grows stronger in what she's going through, and she overcomes adversity and things like that. So you know,
Mhm.
it can books can really be an escape, but they can
Yes.
also help people. It doesn't, you know, no
Yes.
matter the story, there can be something in
Mhm.
there
Yeah.
from you as a writer that you're actually connecting with your audience and helping them.
Mhm.
Do you know what I mean? And sometimes
Oh, most definitely.
you don't even realize some of it you're intentional when you're writing it, but
Mhm.
some of it you don't realize until the reader gives you feedback.
Exactly.
I
Exactly.
know, it's amazing, isn't it?
And that was the main reason why. I mean, okay. I said, what's the purpose of me writing
Yeah,
Postal? Okay, I think I already said it earlier. Okay, just to
yeah,
show a better representation of the Postal series through the characters, and you did that with your book as well. Okay, and it resonates to the readers who've read it.
yeah,
Okay, I remember when some of my coworkers read it. Not even no, not my coworkers. Some people who don't work in the post office.
yeah,
They saw some of the characters in their workforce, okay, in their work environment. That's not even related to the post office at all. But they saw the root of the characters, you know what I'm saying,
yeah,
in their stories, you know, whether it's, you know, addictions or the baby mama drama or
yeah,
so forth and so on. But it goes back to what you were saying, okay, words are very powerful,
yep,
and, and and it definitely connects you. It connects that audience to you,
yeah,
gravitates you to where they be like, "Wow,
yeah,
were you
exactly.
following me? Were you following me?"
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Okay, you telling my story. You know,
yeah.
it's crazy, but
It
that's
is.
how it is.
It is. It's the power. Stories are powerful.
It's a
You know,
powerful medium.
true stories,
Powerful.
and yeah, true stories. And you know what? I've written the true story of my life, and I was telling someone I've written
Mhm.
that book, but it's not yet published. It's to the side
Mm.
now. What you said when you said, you know, you felt that God led you in this. Mine was like that. Mine was like God said, wait on that one, wait.
Mm.
So I put it to the side, and I did these two. I did
Mm.
these two, but I'm writing two books at the moment. One is book three, this one, and the other one is a different book. It's about how I became an author, type of thing. That little bit.
Uh-huh.
There's a little bit of a story there, but it's also a quite a very raw book about like what you know, the goals, the dreams, and how I felt at the time and this and that. So that
Mhm.
one's gonna, yeah, that one was definitely like just a how can I say, I wasn't even intending to write that other book that I'm writing at the same time as the third book. And then it was like, for me, it was like, I got this inspiration. I'm going to say a Holy
Mhm.
Spirit inspiration. And then it was like, bam, I sat down, wrote. I wrote 3,000 words. I'm like, right, okay. Started adding these sketches because I
Yeah.
sketched, adding
Uh-huh.
these sketches and things in. And I'm like, yeah, that one, I'm definitely working on that as well. So I'm now doing two books at the same time. Ta-da!
First question, you self-published?
Yeah, I
Oh,
am.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I am.
And the second one, I know people are like, how in the world she write two books at one time? You know?
Yeah, I know.
Because
I love
I
it
mean,
though. I
when you
do love
said it
it.
to me, you said it to me just now. That's the first thought that came in my mind. But then I had to check my own self because I'm in the middle of doing all that now. But yeah, if it's in you, it's in you.
Yeah,
And if that passion is in you,
it's there. Yeah, it's
it's
a
not
gift.
even work to you. You just love doing it.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, I've
Yeah,
got my day job as well, but you
exactly.
know,
Yeah.
this is the side hustle. It's the passion. You know, they say passion project.
Yes.
It's the passion project and the
Yeah.
side hustle. But you know, I know that good things are coming out of this. We just have to keep going, wait and see,
Yeah.
and see where we're led. Where are we
Yeah.
going to be led next? You know.
Question: how often do you come to the United States, or
Do you know
have
what?
you?
I've only ever been once.
You only been one time.
Yeah, I went to Miami.
Okay.
I went to Miami in, I think it was 2018.
Okay.
So that's 8 years ago now. Yeah. So,
Okay.
and I loved it. Went
Mm.
to, where did we go? Went to South Beach. Did the Everglades. I went on that
Okay.
Everglades. Yeah, all of
Okay.
that. Oh, so I need to go back.
You
I
said
need to come
you
back.
need to come back. Yes. My last
Definitely.
question for you. what is your overall goal for your books?
Are you interviewing me?
I didn't mean to, because you did a great job interviewing me. I had questions of you, for you,
What's my
overall goal for your novels. Do
well?
you see them in bookstores or
Oh yeah, I mean,
okay?
for my books, I see them like. Do you know? I would love for them to be made into a movie for sure. Here's the
There
thing.
you go.
They're going to
Yes.
be movies. They're going to be
It
movies. Here's the
will
thing.
be
Yeah, I
exactly.
can see it because some of my readers are saying they're saying because the way I write, I visualize it. I'm very visual. I visualize it. So the way I write, readers are praising the world building. It's very vivid. They feel immersed in the story. You feel you can just visualize it. So the readers are saying how visual it is. When they're reading it, they feel like they can see it. They're there, and so. That absolutely, I can imagine it as a movie for sure, but the books. And I write very visual, so 100%. So
Okay.
yeah, I'd love to see them as movies. I'd love to see them in bookstores. Most authors would say that. Most authors would say the
Exactly.
same things
Yes,
about
they
their
will.
books. Yeah,
Yes, they will.
and I believe it can happen because I'm a believer in the impossible.
Thank you.
Listen, and
Thank you.
remember, remember,
Yeah.
I always say this. Do you know what's really fascinating? You got your book. Hold up your book again. Right, you got yours. Here's my first one. I've got two as well. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So these books that we wrote, this one was published in 2024, right? It took me 10 months to write this one.
Mm-hmm.
It's about 325 pages. And I rewind back to 2022. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This didn't even exist.
Enough said.
It all came from there.
Enough said.
Imagination.
Imagination.
I know.
Thought.
But
Okay.
it's just like, I'm just like, wow. I'm like,
Ooh.
wow. And the same with yours, right? It wasn't
Yes.
there. Rewind.
It wasn't
back.
there. It was up
It
there.
was here, yeah. And then this imagination that you just put there, right? And then
Yeah.
all of a sudden, you become an entrepreneur,
Yeah.
your own little business owner, and you're
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
your books. You're selling your books. You're selling a product that didn't exist.
I love how you just said that.
Yeah.
This didn't exist.
Exactly. Go back to rewind to what was it?
Yeah.
When did you publish it? When did you not write it? 1996.
97.
It didn't even exist.
It did
Go
not
back to
exist.
1996. And do you know what the other thing is? Think on that a minute. How many other things are in here that we're going to be holding physical, that we're going to physically have in a few, next year, the year after, the year, what else?
I received that. I claim that over us. And for those who are listening, do the same. Okay.
Yeah.
Like Lisa said, these didn't exist. Her book didn't exist.
It doesn't even exist.
It didn't exist. It was in our head. We put forth action to get it done and went through a lot in order to get it done. We had our highs, we had our lows.
Oh yeah, a lot.
Yes. And
it's a marathon, not a sprint.
Exactly. It's not a sprint.
Yeah.
It is a marathon. When I started, I had hair.
The middle is the hard part. The middle
is the hard part. Yeah. Struggling through it.
Yeah.
A lot of sacrificing involved, but I was ready for it. Yep. And eventually I got it done. So, and more, so.
And you did it.
Yes. So, mercy. Thank you. Yeah.
Well done, you. Now,
Thank
Peter, we are going to have to go. I need to go and let the cat in because it's raining outside.
Yeah, this has been great. This has been awesome.
It has been great. It's been awesome. And it's been fabulous to meet you. Thank you so much.
Fabulous meeting you as well. I look forward to stopping up with you in the future.
Yep. We'll stay connected. And, you never know, you might have something else that I'll do another interview in the future, etc., etc. And it's good to make those connections as well.
And much success to your platform. And much success to your platform as well.
Say that again? Oh, yeah, of course.
Much success to your TikTok platform, interviewing, independent authors. We appreciate you. We appreciate you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank
you.
What
I'll do, Peter, I will share some highlights, probably tomorrow, share highlights I'll post them on Facebook, Instagram, and here, and then on YouTube as well. And then I'll share the interview via WeTransfer because it's a big file. You might not get the whole thing because sometimes it doesn't let you upload the whole thing.
Trust me, I know about WeTransfer.
Oh, you know how it is.
It can take a day or two. Yeah,
I know, it's terrible.
Yeah.
Lovely to meet you. Thank you so much. All the best with your filming and your movies and so on. And yeah, let's stay connected. Take care. And thank you everybody for watching.
Thank you.
And have a lovely evening. Or it's evening here, so I think it's coming up to evening for you as well.
It is. It is. Take care, everybody.
Take care. Bye.
Bye-bye.